Hello, welcome back to Super CoatPockets Battle Extreme, that RPG I made a million years ago. And the last video of this, which I made half a million years ago, aka back in February. If you want to know why it's been so long since there was a video, I have a video explaining why a little while ago. Anyway, I guess we might as well just continue. Let's fight the enemy, the last boss of Lobby 2. So, the explanation for this thing is basically that back in the days of AOL Instant Messenger, good old AOL Instant Messenger, we had a little chat room called CoatPockets, which is where this entire game comes from. And one time, a random stranger, or perhaps bot, came in, and when we had tried to figure out who they were, they would say, "I am not the enemy." It was a very surreal experience. And that's the entire purpose of this boss, basically. Oh, that's B. Okay. That's non-indicative. I would have assumed that B is the one in the middle, but no. The other part of the explanation of this boss is that it's Lavos. You can tell by the music and the fact that there's two pod things that the real enemy, yeah, there it goes, I am not the enemy, is the pod on the left, which is why the other two are dead already. And it's going to revive the other two. Oh, C is the one on the far left. Yeah, that's also indicative and helpful. Thank you, game design of the past by me. Thank you indeed. Let's see. I wonder if we can break it. The other explanation of this boss is that I just wanted to design another weird looking thing, like Bipolaris. And so I did. Oh, it can do that, I guess. But it can also be all of those things. I wonder how much silence actually affects in this game. It's difficult to say. I'm just sort of mashing all the strongest attacks, I guess. It's been a while, so I forget if there was any strategy required for anything. Ever. But I'm going to hesitate towards no. That's not how that word works. But that's okay. It's been a while since I spoke words at a video. So I'm going to use that as an excuse. Can you still revive things when you are whatever you are, I wonder? Probably not. It's kind of funny that I allowed bosses to be affected by status effects. And, oh, I did give Julie that. Good thinking, past me! But not like the pastier past me. They don't get a pass. Yes, let's put enemy C on the far left, and enemy B on the far right. I guess the logic is that the big one is supposed to look like the main one, so it's in the middle. But smarter decisions have been made. Yeah, geez, me, calm down. You're really laying into this. Shield rock. You can now move on to the next lobby. What's a shield rock? Guards against various status. Shouldn't that be statuses? Gosh, you can't even pluralize anything past Shagg. Well, I might as well give somebody that, I guess. Yep. Let's move on to the next lobby. But of course, it's not quite that easy. Ha 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 ha! What the? You guys again already? I'm not even prepared to fight you again. Grr! Be that as it may, I can still send you to another dungeon! Ha ha ha! This time it will test not only your strength, but also your wits! And it will make a weird honking noise. Thanks, Earthbound. Where are we this time? Scanning area. Area identified as Hecate's Hall, or Hecate, if you want. I've heard of it. Exclamation points. It's where a great trivia challenge awaits. Trivia? How boring. Can we just fight our way through? It would not be easy. There are hints hidden in this area. If answering questions is the easiest route, let's look for those hints. So yeah, in like every RPG I make, which is like 2 that you can actually play, including this one, I have to put in an obligatory random trivia segment. And that's what this dungeon is going to be. Throughout it, you'll find hint tablets, which give you vague things like Camera Mega, which is, I believe, just a scrambled answer. Also, we have a Chrono Trigger theme as far as music goes in this dungeon. I think the forest music going on here is sped up slightly compared to usual. And then the unused battle music. Ah, Norton, my favorite character. The unused battle music from Chrono Trigger, later used in the DS remake, which is garbage, by the way, is the battle music. Thalm! And also, as usual, all the enemies are random things I made in Spore with nonsense names that are not worth fighting. And here we make fun of palette swaps. Also, this dungeon looks kinda not too visually stunning. But that's okay. Oh, you! I remember you! You're probably going to destroy me right now. Oh dear. I guess I have to actually fight. Sigh. I should probably save, too. At least you don't have much HP. I'm forgetting how the controls work, even though they're very simple. Let's see. Might as well use something, I guess. I guess I can just do that. So that's what noise is useful for. Healing outside of battle when you can't... Well, I guess I could just... Wait. Oh, I do let you just use these outside of battle. Never mind. Let's see. What do we have now? Ah! This one. This one's the fun one. Square root of the square root of 16, which would be 2, because it's 4, and then square root plus the square root of 9, which is 3. Plus 4, which is 7, so then... Jeez. There's too many parentheses here, so I think this is saying 7. But I'm bad at math, so I don't know why I put a math question in. But what... Ah! The no money monster in a box. What I do remember about... What I do know about that math question is that I actually got the hint wrong several times and had to patch it repeatedly. And hey, it may still be wrong for all I know, so that's not very helpful. Good job. And hey, that's not the only math-related question. Though the other one's more of a conceptual math question than an equation. Though actually the question tied to the equation is not just a math equation. It's an answer where you have to pick a number. So there's a lot of hint tablets. Not one. Yeah, that's the other math one. That one's actually a math-related question. So there's that. Now, there's also a teleporter maze because everyone loves those. They're by far everyone's favorite part of any RPG ever made. Hint tablet equals... Nope, dung! Yes. Alright, sure. Eventually, I might remember how this teleporter maze works. Oh man, time for a small event. A tree. It's the only one in the area. I feel relaxed. Alice, this indicates that the tree is not ordinary. It radiates a small amount of magical energy. Yay, healing. And if you kick it... Hiya! You get a magic booster. Can you keep kicking it? Ow, my toe. That's our Shagg. Let's see. Boop. Give the magic person more magic, so they can magic better. Oh, also, here's one of these. The chest resonates with powerful energy. I don't remember what the gimmick of this person is, so I'm just going to shoot them with all the things. The classic RPG approach. Ah, they do that. That's their gimmick, they do that. There's no need to change my strategy unless something actually kills me, and then I have to think about it. Or they could dodge. I guess that means something. Hooray! I did a thing! The artifact weapon, knowledge. Wow, I found knowledge in a box. Let's take advantage of the healing. I should have made it so this tree wouldn't heal you after you kicked it or something like that. That would be fun. Let's see. If I remember correctly, you must give up weapons to master magic. That means it's two-handed and you have no attack power. Tablet percent sign. Wasp roar. Sounds like some sort of Beast Wars Transformer nonsense. Oh no! Dang it. Why is this one enemy like death incarnate? Who designed this game? Yeah, now Trin does the cajillion damage, and that's fun. Oh right, death does not persist. That's good to know. And the last hint tablet. Oswelio, L before S. So basically all of the hints are just scrambled answers. And now for the actual trivia part. Welcome to Hecate's or Hecate's Hall, the Hall of the Trial of Trivia. The Roman goddess Trivia was also known as Hecate or Hecate. That's some trivia for you right there. Why, yes it is. So the way this works, I think is explained to you right now. Here is your first question. Oh, okay, it's not explained. Basically, if you get it right, you go forward, and if you get it wrong, you have a fight, and the fights aren't that hard, really. Before RPG Maker VX, Super CoatPockets Battle Extreme was attempted in other game-making programs. Which one was not used? That would be Game Maker. I'm not sure how you're expected to know this if you don't know me personally. You get money for getting things correct, because otherwise you'd get rewards from the battles, so it'd be more profitable to do it incorrectly. How many dungeons are in the Dark World in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past? This has frickin' nothing to do with anything. Let's see. 7? No! That was on purpose to demonstrate that you have to fight these enemies that showed up earlier in the optional dungeon, because I just recycled enemies from the main part of the game in the optional dungeon. Game design. Oh. But, these guys aren't that scary. It's probably 8. I should know Link to the Past better than that, really. I kinda wish that when magic missed, it didn't say there was no effect, because that's kind of misleading. And now that guy's dead. Forever. Which member of CoatPockets came up with the name? That would be Trin. She just randomly called it that one day, and it stuck. Which Shakespeare play contains the line, "Get thee to a nunnery"? I forget, actually. Nope, it wasn't that one. Ah, yes, these guys. I forget if I actually encountered them, since it's been so long. But this is the enemy that had maximum speed and only an instant death attack at some point in development. Apparently they don't have maximum speed anymore. Let's see. Which game was played by the most members of CoatPockets? I think that was Gunbound. That was correct! Why would you know that again? The book is open to a page which reads, "Devious trivia means nothing if it can be destroyed in an instant." What a specific trivia book. And there's randomly a heal here, just in case you got destroyed by trivia in an instant. What is the lowest prime number? It's 2! See, a prime number has to be divisible only by itself and 1. And 1 doesn't count because itself is already 1, and math is stupid. Define the Latin word passer. That is sparrow? Yeah, I was taking Latin in high school, wow. Which question is this? This is the 7th question. Oh, no it's not. Well, okay. That's fine, I don't care. I really overused "fires a laser from its core," I think. That's an oddly specific battle message. This is the final question! What is the name of the first man to translate Final Fantasy VI and Chrono Trigger into English? This is obnoxious. It's Woolsey. But that one's just make sure you're reading spelling correctly. Hey, see this pile of wood here? It's only there so that you can't just awkwardly cross over the wall because of tile set stuff. Anyway. So, you have bested the trivia challenges. I have one more question to ask you. There's no wrong answer. Ahem. While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll. This always makes me laugh. This is just ripped straight from Morrowind's character creation quiz thing. So you get a sweet roll, and some kids interrupt you, and you have to answer how you do a thing. But the correct answer is to refuse to answer. Your refusal tells me much more about you than you think. Because the way you answer determines which boss you fight here, and if you refuse to answer, you fight the hardest one who gives you the best reward. That's logical. Thanks, past Shagg. Why don't you go make a signpost into a staircase while you're at it? Big nasty silver. He's big, he's nasty. He's not really shiny enough to be considered silver, I think. Now he's literally every status effect. No, not quite. If I just attack, do I do more damage that way? Nah, I think I still do more with the fireballs. Oh, well. Yay! Omnipotent Horn! The way is now open. By the way, he was a little monster thing. Boop. Now he's dead. The guy was the monster all along. Wow. So the Omnipotent Horn... apparently has less attack power than the regular weapon. That's sure omnipotent. But I think it actually has omnipotent element or something. The reef is your last obstacle. It's not a very good obstacle. I don't see the sea. I see a leprechaun's beard. That's a quote directly from one of Kit's dreams that he had once. The rest of which I completely forget. And I shouldn't have healed because there's also a heal person right here. You can rest by the relaxing seaside. Or reef side. The bit with the water. There's some money, I guess. There's still fights out here. You can't dash when you're in a boat. So it's... I guess the obstacle is your patience. Metal circlet. Well, just might as well give her all the magic she can possibly hold. Now I'm probably going to replace Violi soon. There we go. I don't know if you can get into fights on the water itself. I might have already done that and I just forgot immediately. But it's not too important. Up. Hey, some things we didn't run into. Oh no! You should probably strive to make it worth fighting regular enemies in your RPG, if you make one. Is this a trap? I think this one's a trap. Yeah, it's a trap. But that means we gotta fight it. Oh. Okay. Four-leaf clovers. Clovers are always nice to have, I suppose. Hooray! We did a thing! And now we're in Lobby 3. The music here is from an obscure Wii RPG called Opuna. It was suggested by Kit. There's a note stuck to the tree. Originally, there was going to be another lobby with 5 bosses in it. You're just getting ripped off! Man, this game needs to be finished already. Even back then I made fun of myself. What do you want? We got some new goods. Do you? Do you really? I mean, are any of them as important as just buying a million of these? Probably not. Very expensive armor. Jesus Christ, this armor's expensive! It must be made of gold or something. I think that lowers your speed too, but I'm not sure. We're always here to help. And this is true in more ways than you might expect. Now let's look for events. I think there's only one up here. Why not? Wait up! She did say we're always here to help. Lindsay, what are you doing here? Don't you have to manage the inn 24/7? Don't worry about that, hun. I'm already in 3 places at once. 4 isn't much of a stretch. What? I didn't even think about that. Try not to think about it too much. So, mind if I join you on your quest? Well, I don't see why not. Can an innkeeper really fight? Just wait and see, hun. I'll show you. And that's why we're replacing Viewley, because because Lindsay has a silly gimmick that I like to show. I would like to show. Yes. So, we will take good old Trin, the OP'est of the basic characters. Zachariah? What's up? I'm more than an innkeeper, she says, her class literally being innkeeper. She starts at level 5, so that's handy. I think everyone starts with a watch for some reason. Anyway. So, Lindsay has a groin-kicking attack, and that's her main gimmick. I made an entirely separate element in the engine for this. The groin element. And this is the only attack that is the groin element. And based on whether or not the enemy is roughly male, this attack does more or less damage, or sometimes no damage, or in one case it gets absorbed? I don't know what the deal with that is, but it's hilarious. Naturally, I have no idea whether this is how the groin element works in real life, because I have never truly been kicked there, and I only have one sort of anatomy to test at the moment. So she can also do various other things, like an attack that silences, an attack that blinds, an attack that can kill, an attack that can bleed, an attack that hits everything, and a thing where she heals herself but gets poisoned because smoking is bad for you. Thanks, education. And now... Man, I really hate how the inventory is organized in this. And the reason it's organized that way is entirely because it just goes by what you put in the editor first. Is there like a seal piece to get or something in here? Ah yes, you have to check the cabinet. This looks like that other room. The seal pieces were fused together! You got the warp seal! Thanks, off-center crystal. And with that, we'll have to start lobby 3 for real next time. By the way, there's a gimmick where you don't actually get to say you're ready to fight, and you just get thrown into the fight now. because that's how difficulty escalation works, apparently. So, I will see you next time, hopefully in less than 3 months from this video, for another video.